What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to add a favicon icon to your web pages or websites or whatever you're building. So the favicon, guys, it's this thing up here. So by default, at least in Google Chrome, it's just you'll just get like a Earth icon or like a globe empty icon. That's like the default for basically saying this website doesn't have a favicon. So that looks a little unprofessional with all of your projects that you build, even if it's just from like front end mentor or whatever. And say you're like an aspiring developer, you're trying to make portfolios and impress people with your work. You should have a favicon on every piece of work that you do because it just makes your project look way more legit. Okay. So like, you might not think that people will pay attention to that, but they do. Trust me. And I know that I certainly do. Whenever I view websites that have like no favicon, that's like a little fishy to me. So it's always good to add a favicon to your website. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really easy, guys. It doesn't cost money or anything. It takes 5 minutes or less. And so let's get started here. So this is the project that I just did. We just made a video on this front-end mentor challenge, this little profile component card. And I will link this project in the description if you want to build this with me. Go in the description. The video will be there. But we're going to go ahead and make a favicon to this, and I'm going to add it to the live website that I've already launched so that it looks just a little bit more professional. Okay? What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to Canva. So I'll go to Canva. This is just like free image editing software. I'm sure you've heard of it. And if not, I recommend that you use this to make your graphics. It makes, it's free, does a lot of stuff for free. So I'm going to go custom size, and for favicons, I do 500 pixels by 500 pixels, so that'll give us a little empty box here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to uploads, and it's kind of hard to make a exact favicon for this one because this is just like a little component. It's not really like a website that has a logo or anything. It's just like a really small project. But what I decided to do is I decided to take this image here. So this is just one of the background circles that's from the project. So one of these images, and I'm just going to blow it up and then put text in the middle, and that'll be the favicon. So make it pretty big here, center it, and then since the profile, so that's going to be like the backdrop, and then we'll put text in here. The profile for this person, this is for a guy named Victor Crest. So I was thinking maybe we'll just put like his initials VC on there and call it a day. So it's better than nothing. It's a lot easier when you do projects that have like little logos because you can literally just make the little logo and put it as the favicon as well. But don't really have that in this project, but that's okay. So I'm going to say VC for Victor Crest. And we're going to blow this up so it's pretty big. We want it to be like noticeable. I want you to be able to read that it says VC from like this view, right? So I'll put VC, we'll center it. That looks pretty good. So now I'm going to go to click on share, and I'm going to download this. And there we go. It says VC1 PNG. So now we have the image, okay? But now what we have to do, because I don't want, see how the favicon for like Canva, it has that circle. It's kind of similar to what we're building now. It's got that circle and a little gradient in the back, and then it's just got a fancy looking C for Canva. But then there's like no background to it. So if I just use this favicon as it is now, it would have this, but then there would be the white background like in a square, and I don't want that. I want it to look professional like that. I don't want a background. So I'm going to open up another tab, and we're going to use a different website that has a free online tool to remove backgrounds. So I'm just going to type in remove BG and hit enter. And then right here, this first website, I've been using this for years, remove.bg. Click on that. And then we're going to upload the image that we just created. So it's this one, VC1 PNG. And then you upload it, hit OK, and it does its magic. So boom, that took away the white background. That looks perfect. So we're going to download, and we have it here. And now the last part that we're going to do is, since we built this web page out of HTML and CSS, this is the code for the project. Now we're going to go to another website that is a favicon generator. and it's going to give us the code and the image. We're going to get the image that we need and the code to put the favicon in our images folder, and then it'll give us like a link code to put in our paste in our HTML that we can save, and then we can upload it to the website that way. All right, because you got to do it through a little bit of code. But we got the image, which is the half the battle. So let's open another tab and just type in favicon generator. And it's this first one here, realfavicongenerator.net. Been using this for a long time. So you're going to select your favicon image. So let's go down. We want this one with no background. It just takes a second to load up. And then you can see here it even gives us a preview of what it's going to look like. And that's pretty cool. That looks good enough for me. So that's what that image is going to be, our favicon up here. So I think that looks professional. So that looks fine. I'm not going to change it at all. I never usually touch any of these options. I usually just scroll all the way down, and it says generate your favicons and HTML code, which is what we need. So I'll click on that. And then it takes a couple seconds, and it just loads up and does its thing here. And it'll give us our code and the image. So cool. So there's our code generated. Number 1 here, it says download your favicon package. So let's click that to download it. All right, so that just gave us a zip file that we'll unzip here in a second. Now what we need, it gives us code for a whole bunch of different favicons, like to show up especially for Apple devices, 32 by 32, 16 by 16, all stuff like that, stuff for Safari specifically. It gives you like different code for different browsers for your favicon to show up. Most people in the world use Google Chrome, so I just like to use this image PNG 32 by 32 one and call it a day. I don't paste 6 different links in here for a favicon. It's just not necessary. So I'm just going to select that bit of code. We're going to copy it, go to my code, and I will paste it up here above my Google fonts. You can really just put it wherever you want. I usually put it up there. And now we got to get that image. We have to actually unzip and get the image that we downloaded, or the favicon package that we downloaded. So let's get that here. I'll bring it onto my other screen. So I'm going to go into my downloads folder, and we should have a favicon package in here right here. So favicon package, this is from today. Yes, this should be the one. So let's unlock this, unzip I should say, and here we go. So it's got all our little images in here, Android, Chrome, all that. So I just use the favicon 32 by 32 PNG, and I'm going to drag that over into my images folder. If I were for it does. So hang on one second. Before I do that, I'm going to delete this little front-end mentor favicon. Get that. I was like, why is that already there? There we go. All right, so there we go. So now this is my favicon 32 by 32. I'm going to put that in here. Boom. And there we go. So we should be good to go there. So let's make our code big now. And right here with our href, that's where we got to actually put our link or our pathway to our actual image. So we're going to say /images, and we want favicon 32 by 32, and we're going to save. Now let's go see if that should load up on our web page now. There it is. So see that, guys? It says VC. It's got the little thing. It's easier to see when we're off of it. But there, boom, we have a favicon. So that's just locally. I'm going to use GitHub now I'm going to click on this and just put a little message. I'm going to upload this to my live site. It says, we'll have it say favicon added. Hit my check mark. And someday I'll eventually do a video on Git and GitHub. I'm not like a wizard at it like some of these people online, but I at least know the basics, and to create a Git account and a GitHub repo and to hook it up to your Visual Studio Code and just be able to push changes live to your websites. It's not that hard to do. But maybe for those of you that don't know what Git and GitHub is, it's just a way to save your code and your projects and basically put them on like a cloud account. So all of your code is backed up somewhere. Okay. So there we go. I backed it up. Now let's see if I can go to my actual live website that I have for this. So I'm going to go to netlify.com and log in. And it's this one here. And right here. So this is the actual live website. And as you can see, it's now live on the web. Okay. So on my Netlify. This is just a little Netlify website. But there we go. So we have a favicon, guys. So that's how you make favicons. Again, I recommend that you put them on all your projects so that they look as professional as possible. Super easy to do. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.